Miter saws are perhaps the best all-rounder for both DIY and professional users. They can be found everywhere, from home workshops to construction sites. A basic miter saw can quickly cut 2x4 for framing and garden projects. More advanced models can cut wide boards for flooring or decking and create compound angles for crown moldings or furniture making. In this miter saw roundup, we look at both cutting performance and the extra features that make it quicker and easier to produce accurate work. Whatever you are building, this selection of the best miter saws currently available provides a high-quality solution. Number 1. Bosch GCM2 SD 12-inch dual bevel sliding miter saw. This saw does everything a demanding professional could need. The Bosch is a dual bevel sliding compound miter saw, so it has the maximum range of movement in both saw head and table. The former can be angled up to 47 degrees in both directions, and the latter will rotate from 52 degrees left to 60 degrees right. Detents, preset stops, make it quick and easy to set commonly used angles. Scales are etched into stainless steel so they won't peel off or wear out, something that's not uncommon on cheap miter saws. The fence allows for cuts as deep as 6/2 inches. Its maximum width for boards is 13/2 inches. Thanks to the super smooth axial glide system, cutting large stock is almost effortless. In our opinion, the Bosch GCM2 SD is the best miter saw on the market at the moment, but it does come with a price tag that puts it firmly in the contractor or tradesperson category. Some reviewers have expressed surprise that it doesn't include a laser guide at this price point. However, those devices are not always as accurate as they could be, and many professionals tend to prefer side alignment. Number 2. Metabo HPT C10FCGS 10-inch compound miter saw. You don't want to pay for features and power you don't need and won't use. The Metabo HPT C10FCGS is considerably more basic than our top pick, but it's not just its competitive price that makes it an attractive proposition. Metabo HPT has built a reputation for reliable, high-quality tools without the high sticker price. Sometimes, that means a reduced feature set, and in the case of this miter saw, that means no slide for cross-cutting. This restricts maximum depth and width to 3/2 inches and 5/21/32 inches respectively. That's still plenty to cut 2x4, 3x3, and 2x6 dimensioned lumber. 2x6 is actually 1/2 inches by 5/2 inches. That's all that many framers and DIY users need, making it excellent value for money. The Metabo HPT miter saw bevels up to 45 degrees, to the left only, and miters up to 52 degrees right and left, so it's perfectly capable of compound angles. Common detents are provided. The 15-amp motor is as powerful as anything on the market, and the miter saw weighs just 24.5 pounds, so it's easy to carry around. A 24-tooth TCT blade is included. It's serviceable but does leave a fairly coarse finish. Number 3. DeWalt DWS780 12-inch double bevel sliding miter saw. The DeWalt DWS780 isn't a cheap miter saw, but for home users who are taking on their own remodeling jobs, building decks and pergolas, or making furniture regularly, it should soon repay the investment, and you may want to look at our guides to orbital sanders and laser levels, as well. With a maximum cutting height of 6¾ inches and a width of up to 13¼ inches, it will handle all common lumber sizes. One of the key features of the DeWalt miter saw is the XPS cut line system. Unlike single-sided lasers, it shines an LED light down either side of the blade. This creates a shadow on the workpiece that sharpens as it gets closer, showing not only the position but the thickness of the cut, too. It works whether the blade is rotating or not, so it's perfect for setting up, and it runs off the same power as the saw, so there's no need for batteries. Number 4. Skil MS630500 10-inch dual bevel sliding miter saw. Yes, 12-inch miter saws can offer outstanding performance, but they're large, heavy, and generally require significant investment. A 10-inch miter saw like the Skil MS630500 is more compact, lighter, and more affordable. What's more, the sacrifices are relatively minor, making it a serious alternative for many. On the minus side, the smaller blade does mean reduced cutting capacities. Nevertheless, it can still manage 4/2 inches vertically and 11¼ inches vertically, thus accommodating all the dimensioned lumber most people will ever use. We were a little disappointed that the blade is only high-speed steel, HSS, rather than TCT, and we have seen occasional reports of manufacturing defects that suggest quality control could be improved. In general, though, owners appear very satisfied with their purchase. Number 5. Craftsman CS714M1 V27 and 1/4 inch miter saw kit. Cordless tools have obvious benefits. They generally provide greater freedom of movement and work when a normal electricity supply isn't unavailable. The challenge with miter saws is that driving a 10 or 12-inch blade takes a lot of energy, resulting in very high prices. With its 7.5-inch blade, the Craftsman CS714M1 is a much more affordable alternative, but how does it stack up in performance terms? Pretty well, actually. With a maximum thickness of 3/2 inches and a maximum width of 8 inches, it has no trouble handling many of the common dimensioned lumbers used for framing, decking, and other construction projects. It bevels to the left, at up to 47 degrees, and miters up to 45 degrees on both sides. The Craftsman is another miter saw that uses the increasingly popular LED blade alignment system for accuracy.